Well, welcome everyone to the ozfortress Season 23 Premiership semi-final is what it's called. But I think it's actually the lower bracket final if I've understood this correct. The winner of this will face off against Jasmine T in the grand final of the entire league. But before that, we're going to see Xeno versus Nefarious. I am Peter. I'm joined by Thermite on production, and joining me in the co-casting chair, we have Concor. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good actually. Watching these two teams, they've definitely proven their mettle to be in this lower bracket finals, and we'll see who is going to be victorious in this match and face Jasmine T in the grand finals of all things.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's just whoever loses this is out and in third, right? And then yeah, so that's what I would call a lower bracket final. That seems to be the correct term. But anyway, let's not delve on that too much. As we have two teams here that I have cast before. I'm pretty sure, at least they all look like familiar faces to me at the very least, and they're currently fighting about who gets to be blue, I guess. But sometimes, at least in Europe, we have teams that just want to be red or want to be blue, and then they will fight to the death over that. But maybe they're more civilized down here. I don't know. But yeah, let's try and go through some rosters. Do you want to take the rosters of Nefarious Conflict?
Alright, I believe Nefarious is on blue. It's going to be Rocky, Spike, Deft, Arnold, Ben, and I actually don't know who Tangy Zero is.
Yeah, there's definitely some names in here where I remember that they don't go by the name that they're signed up as, basically, right? Like I remember like Doggy.exe or has stopped working. I'm pretty sure they call him something else, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is. So tough luck for him. He's just Doge or Doggy now, whatever I feel like calling him. But yeah, they're going up against Xeno. I definitely remember them having really good scouts. I think it's Sam. That's just an absolute beast on scout and sniper. Just has absolute massive impact. And then, uh, okay, you're gonna have to help me out here. Is it Deft on Demo Man?
I believe so. Deft is on Demoman.
Then I think Spade is a soldier, and then Ben another scout? Man, I feel so bad for messing this up. One day I'll learn, maybe.
I know.
But yeah, I definitely remember it being good. And Paul, goddamn, no, I have just no idea. I'm just not even going to pretend and try. But I think the last time around I casted these two teams, Nefarious won out on that one, and they basically just destroyed Xeno completely until Xeno somehow started to not lose. It was very
Yeah.
odd, and then they were both better than Jasmine T at that point. So I don't know what happened to Jasmine T, but I guess they got tired of losing or something because they apparently just won and got into the final.
All right. So I think I should just join the game. I should a very decent and pretty good scout in the land of Asia Fortress over here. So he'll be playing for Xenophobia Phobia, I believe. So that's the sixth member of Xeno, like I said. And I think if we were to guess, what do you think? What do you think between all the maps? Do you want these teams to fight for?
So the really boring and box standard pick would be to just pick Process, Gollywass, and Snakewater. Those are kind of the most popular maps. So if they just want to do it straight up, they will just pick those maps. But of course, it's very difficult for me to say. I think Viaduct is going to get banned because of snipers, and I think there's at least one really good sniper in here. So yeah, that's probably going to be one. Okay, I'm actually looking at the page right now, and so Gollywass has been banned. So Xeno banned that, and then Nefarious banned Logjam, and then Xeno picked Process. Nefarious picked Prolands. So a little bit weird in here. I can't remember. Prolands B6, is that the one that caps super fast?
I
Um,
think so. I believe.
yeah, so it's going to be be Process and Prolands, and then xeno has one more pick, and they will probably pick Gollywa. No, the Gollywa's got banned, right? So
Yeah, Golly got banned. I think Process, Badlands, and then one else.
uh, I wonder, do I just update it again? Oh yeah,
Oh,
so this is gonna be product. All right, so I was completely wrong. So they will actually just pick that, and that was Sam that picked product. That makes sense. He's a sniper main, right? Well, that's probably not being kind, but I'm pretty sure he's very good at sniper. So it makes sense for them to pick it.
all right. Let's talk about product. Not really my. I mean, I love the map, but it's a very soldier centric map. In the case of how do you control the mid, because the open spaces, even though there's that one ceiling above, it's all about aerial control and how do you go forth with the attack.
Yeah, like the one thing I will say about I'm not sure which map they're gonna use first. Like, is it product first? Oh, I disconnected. All right, well, server went down. But I assume, is it process first and then ProLens and then product? I hate how they all start with pro, by the way. Can we stop doing this? It's so confusing. It could have just been Badlands, Viaduct, and process. That would have been so easy to say, but no. It's just
I
pro
know.
everything. Oh well. Process is innocent in this crime, but yeah. Yeah, process, it's one of those maps where I hate to play it as soldier myself, but it's definitely a map where you can fly through chokes and just do like some really huge plays and get in there. And as you said, you can do a lot of stuff on middle. You can get there early. You can just control the high ground. You can do a lot of stuff. But in
I
general, I
agree.
think, yeah, in general, I do think scouts tend to have a really big impact on the map, just in general. And soldiers tend to do a lot of suicide plays, so their stats look terrible, but they can have a really high impact. So I think it comes down to a lot whether or not the scouts can just shut down those soldier bombs, because if there's just two scouts denying you every time you think you're being sneaky and get in there, it's just going to be a miserable time for you. And that is how you win maps.
Anyways, we are connected to this STV as well, but we are seeing none of the players so far. So I guess we could talk about the maps again. What do you think, Peter? This is this is interesting, to be honest. I mean, your standard map picks, but the last time I casted Xeno was in Logjam, and you know how Logjam went. To be fair.
I haven't seen Lockjam. Lockjam hasn't been in the map rotation for, um, I want to say 9 to 8 seasons in ETF12, so it's been a while since I've seen it. The last time Logjam was in rotation in Europe, I was in Prem. So that should give you some idea. And if you don't know, I was in general. It was just a long time ago. That's all you need to know. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to see how there's a slight different map rotation in here, and I guess like usually what happens is that people don't really like the new maps, so they just ban them. That happens a lot. But we're going to start up with process, and I think process is the most popular map these days. So this feels like,
Overrated.
yeah, I
Overrated.
agree.
To be fair.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. Oh, it's fine. And I think that's the strength of it. It's fine, right? But this feels like a really good map to just look at each other and just feel each other out. You know, it's just, well, what is this team like? How are we matching up today? Like you can just get a really nice feel for that on process because it's a standard map. You know everything that's going to happen. You know when there's a soldier flying in, there's probably a second one flying in. So it's just you know exactly what plays are going to be. It's all been pretty much just standardized and refined to a T at this point. So it's just going to come down to whether or not you can hit your shots and whether or not you can coordinate properly with your team. And it's just going to be a good way to set up yourself for the next map, which can be a bit weird with the new cap type and stuff. Because
Yeah, I
Badlands is,
agree.
yeah. What do you feel
Uh,
about the change on Prolands?
I haven't played that much since I transitioned into a more background role in competitive TF2. But the few times I played in bugs, it was weird. I mean, if you played the normal Badlands without any of the changes. It's fear it's feel weird to transition into the Prolands version, but other than that, it's completely different. There's a couple of spaces more open, a few clip changes. It's still Badlands, to be fair. It's still Badlands.
Yeah, like it's still just the best mid in all of TF2, you know? Like, that is just so iconic. Basically, every time I see any kind of custom map, it just has Badlands middle, where it's just like this bridge, when you can run under it and there's maybe some hoodoos and maybe a house or two or something, right? Like, that's every mid in TF2, basically. Like, it's even here in Process, you see the kind of the bridge that kind of goes over the middle. It's a bit of a mix-up on that, but, like, Gollywas has it, Snakewater has it, it's just the best
Reckoner even
mid.
took it to the next level and make it like a greater.
Yeah, but the thing about Badlands though is that just the cap time is so fast that it becomes extremely risky to move out because if you just let a single scout slip behind and he just looks really hard at the point, he just caps it. Like he just already did. You have no time to react. But I mean, I'm kind of used to that. That's kind of what I grew up on, so to speak, in TF2 was just having that super high cap time. So I prefer that. There's a lot of stalemates before. It was very, very difficult to cap. Now it's extremely easy. So, yeah. But the first map will be process, and then the second map will be Badlands, and then if we need to decide it, we'll go into some Viaduct, aka Product. They're all, it's just pro maps today. It's serious business. But do you care to make some sort of prediction as to who's going to win?
Last time I made predictions with Dino and what was the other team, I was completely taken aback. 4-3, Xeno, here we go. Peter, can you take us to mid this time?
Sure, I can do that. But oh, it looks like we have a crash, so we're just gonna restart here. It's fine. I get to give my prediction. I'm gonna go with the nefarious. I think the last time I casted these teams, they just looked like the stronger team. They just had more cohesion, and just seemed they would always manage to outplay Xeno. So definitely, that went to 3 maps by the way, and it was super close. It was a
Say,
very good game. So
actually, no.
it's like
Actually, no, it's Dino. It was what, 3-0, 3-0 on Process and Logjam, I believe. Xeno versus somebody else on the last week, on the last regular week. It was close. Anyways, we are seeing now that the teams are starting again, and I am going to see from the perspective of the demo man of blue here, which is Death, a bit slow to the mid. Actually, at the same time as we see now, red team getting the higher advantage now. Still no actual engagement as of yet. Teams are getting into it, and now the first kill, Aisha going down to Death. Pause as well. Two teams has the man advantage. Definitely now, Pause and Sam going down. Rocky killed by Dodge now, and Beater. What a decisive mid there from Nefarious.
that was very, very strong aggression just coming in there. Just as soon as the scout even went in, actually his soldier in there on the medic, but a nice surf there will take down. Vanna will not be able to get that medic pick to save out his team. Sean did get out of mid alive, so that's kind of fine. It's not a complete disaster for them. They will be able to hold last, just assuming they don't get completely rolled and overwhelmed here. But it was just as soon as a single scout basically just took a little peek around the corner, he just got insta-bombed and destroyed. And then he just rode all the damage in there. So a very strong mid, and we actually have a spy. Sneaky. I thought that was just like a guy in spawn checking for things, but no. RKY, how do you pronounce that? Do you know?
Rocky. It's Rocky.
Rocky. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So he's going to be in here, and I think he's on the cloak and dagger. Yeah, he is. And he has uncloaked now. He's going to go in, see if he can get the demo man. Nope, face stab. Not today, buddy. 40 damage done. That's not going to achieve a whole lot. So now we're going to see a counter sack coming out there from a soldier. Pause, tries to get in there. And even a sniper, Sam.
Being caught on by the rocket from Vanna. That's 2 men down from Nefarious. Red team could initiate a counter push here, as we see now.
Vanna's on
Vanna
medic.
trying to force the medic. Nice job there from Vanna to Nefarious. This should be a very good Uber advantage for Sean. He is at 100%. Arnold still at 10%, but as far as we see now, they're still holding their ground even after that fight.
The thing about having an Uber advantage is it's very difficult to utilize properly when pushing out a last. It really is an art form in and of itself. And here we go. You can see them. They're in this one door. They're trying to get their medic out. And
Rocky, there's Rocky. No way.
oh, the back cap. Gets jumped though.
So close. One scout
Yeah, we'll
touching
not
it,
be able to get
it could be dead. We see now, Wade trying to get it, but no avail. That's red team winning the second point. Rocky with a close call on us there as the hitting again. That gets out Ivana, and the combo of Ben and Arnold are forced to back out from mid as xenophobia re-pushing what was supposed to be theirs.
Def pushing in a little bit too aggressively there. Just got him killed. That was a bit weird of a move, but he got punished really severely. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to achieve. Maybe just getting some extra damage done, but we do see Arnold and the rest of his team, they're trying to get in through choke here. They have a slight Uber advantage, but if Sean just plays it cool, he can actually get it himself. He's on 75%, not building currently, kind of weird. So they might have just pissed away their opportunity here a little bit, and they will just be bullied out of mid. And that was a really nice push in there. Arnold didn't have to use his Uber, and they just got middle without expending any resources. And now they can set up here and be in this stalemate situation with an advantage where they will have the middle. And it's a lot easier to suicide from middle into second than it is to suicide from second into middle. You can do both, obviously, but yeah, mid is easy.
As you said, now Sean and Arnold both are on equal, but it's down to the whose team gets the better bluff. As we see now, Xeno trying to initiate a push, but Tangy's still got fragged by iShow there. That's 5v6. Xeno should be able to, Nefarious should be able to hold this for now, but Xeno freaking out of Joe, trying to do something. As Sam there trying to do something, Rocky was close there to death, and that's 5v5 now with the counter sack from Sam.
I mean, if I've ever seen I want to go sniper play, that was it. That was just Sam just running into an entire team. And there we go. He swaps the sniper. And actually, Pause will get picked off here with the from a scout and a soldier in PC area.
Rocky
Now we have
down.
the Uber exchange.
They pop. Rocky forced it.
Yeah, great job by him. And this Uber is just going to come in super hard and fast. The medic is caught in. Yep. Devilman's just raining death from above. And just the complete carnage here is going to cause everyone else to just fall back here from Xeno. Really nice Uber push in there, coming in off of that Uber force. Great job there. And the sniper didn't really have a chance to do much at all.
Yeah, as you said now, Xeno now, full on defense. The engineer now with the 7th man from Sam. I see sniper. No, actually it's heavy from iShow, as Arnold has 80% while Sean has 24%. Massive over advantage as of now, but neither team will to let use of their ground no matter what. As I said that, Nefarious are pushing it into last. Ubering down. The sentry is still up. Anna, Spade are the ones who goes down at the moment, nothing else. And then Rocky, this could be a very successful last home for the Xenophobia. But look at this. That's Tangy Diesel trying to do something, but that was a very failed push. They weren't able to focus the sentry immediately, giving the time for the rest of the squad to react to Nefarious's push. And now, as we see, Xenophobia regaining their kill advantage and waiting for the right chance to push the mid.
Spade is playing sniper, and you can see he was trying to make something happen there, see if he can catch out the medic, but I should actually move forward there and actually manage to pick him off. Luckily for Nefarious, they do manage to pick off the roamer at the same time, so they're not going to get taken advantage of here by being at a man disadvantage. But I wonder if we're going to see more sniping coming in here. No, they just actually both switch off of it. This is a stalemate situation, but neither team actually has their Uber yet, so this is a bit unusual. You normally don't see things be static before the Ubers really just this build, but yeah, oh well. they're just going to wait it out here. And we actually see a lot of action in choke. Wow,
Rocky goes
was
down.
in really... Yeah, Tangy. No, was like Sizzle actually gets in there, and he will get him to pop, and Arnold will just get out. It's only him and the demo man, but he did maintain the Uber. So if you can just get some respawners in here and not get forced,
Actually,
it's going to be a good situation. Oh, the surf from Arnold, that was so good. And then Rocky comes in here, gets the demo man away. He might die for it though, but yeah, Arnold did a great surf out there, and he held onto his Uber again, and the spawners are about to come in.
Sam now as trying to do something. Arnold is going to push this with this here Uber, and actually they haven't popped their Uber. Sam has just gone down to ban, and we have not seen any Uber pop from Nefarious. This might be a dry push from the looks of it. Ban actually got the 2K again.
The goal of an Uber is to never use the Uber. That is just apparently how this game is played
Actually,
right now.
never mind, they used it.
Cast his curse, right? But the medic did actually escape. Deft even gets taken down. He did manage to pipe Sam.
Oh, he's alone. Oh, never mind. I was saying Arnold was alone for a second there. Took a pipe from Doge, but and Khan was 30 HP, but managed to survive. As we see now the counter repush from Xenophobia, the mid fight has not yet ended, but for now it might be with Xeno gaining the Uber advantage and capping mid.
I don't think they intend to commit here. They're just setting up sneaky traps and choke. That's usually a pretty good tell that they don't intend to actually contest it. But it will be their opportunity here to move through Xeno. They have the Uber advantage, about 40%, and the medic just playing so far back in choke, and he gets forced and he's super far back. So that was actually a really nice force, because when you get the medic to go that far behind lines, and then you still get him to pop, that is just a beautiful situation. So Arnold got out alive, and it was not even close. He could have just closed his eye and mashed random buttons, and he would have gotten out of that one. And now they will have the counter Uber here to come out to re-push. They are a man down. Okay, that can be a bit difficult. Like, you definitely want two scouts to push with here. And we even see Sam just taking one with Spade, and he's going to be threatening for the back cap. Yeah, he's going to see if he
Pulling
can...
in two soldiers, this is very much good for distracting, but as I said that, Sam and Paz got killed by Nefarious's members, and with that failed attempt, they have to back out from second to mid. A very, I don't know, would you say it's a valiant attempt to at least give a chance, even though it's failed?
Arnold has a slight Uber advantage. They look like they want to use it, but I really sincerely doubt they're going to be able to get to Sean in time, and I think they realized just that. They were just a bit too slow. They had to cap the point, and then by the time they're getting ready to get in through choke, it was just an opportunity wasted there. So Sam, he's going to go sniper. We might still see a soldier bomb in. They do still have two soldiers and a sniper, so they didn't switch anyone off to scout here. So it's going to be interesting to see how they decide to do this. You can send in a soldier, but then it can be very dicey if your sniper is too far forward. You want to have your sniper really far back when you do that kind of play, because otherwise he's just going to get jumped on. So we'll see. Currently Sam is playing pretty far back, so he might just do that. But the Spade is also on sniper, so it's just a sniper duel right now, and neither sniper is buffed. And there we go. Sam's going to get the first shot.
Sam's got Spade, and we see now the initiation from Vanna. Vanna forced Arnold to give major advantage for Xenophobia. But as I said, that Aishu, Rocky got the 2K on Vanna and Aishu, and Xeno are stuck here with the Uber advantage, not with the man advantage, waiting for respawners as Blue Team Nefarious pushing in.
Oh, and the demo man is so far forward. Somehow survives.
That is close. That is definitely close. Paz was low health as well as they fought the soldier there.
And now here we go. You know, so far this game, the point of Ubers have been to never use your Uber. That's how these teams have basically played it out. So Arnold, he's going to be all the way on last. He's on 80%, so it's almost certain that he will get this Uber in time. But we might just see a push in. Oh my god, the medic is so close. he's on 45 health and he's going to have to pop. He did actually get it, but he was way too close to one there and actually got jumped by the team. And now he's
The
just being
medic's got-
catapulted
oh no.
forward. What?
Should
He's just
be-
caught in.
Arnold
Oh,
got killed.
man.
Sid, that's the heal advantage. Oh, the various all fall down. And that's round 1.
And then the air shot into the air headshot there.
Ooh.
Just styling all over Tangy Zizzle. That was beautiful. But man, just
Peter,
the
wow.
way Arnold got just
Disconnected.
juggled into them. That was so funny.
As we recover from that first round now, we are now our second mid, 17 minutes remaining. Standard mid, Nefarious has the high ground. Xenophobia just initiated their mid fight there. Sam has gone down, Pause as well. Xenophobia 4-man, 4v5, and now Rocky might be their second casualty. Medic's low, and all goes down. Xeno with that amazing display of damage and teamwork from Nefarious. That's a full wipe, and now they're focusing on the defensive last hold with Sam building the 7th member of the sentry gun.
It initially looked like it was a better middle than last time around, but just eventually they just absorbed all the damage, and then the soldier jumped onto the enemy Hoodoo, and at that point no one could escape, and now they're just going to come in here with this Uber. So there's no sentry gun to take care of, so it's just about getting kills and getting time onto the point. See a scout trying to play it, but so far they've not been able to get on the point. Oh my god, they're just getting slaughtered. Somehow the Uber advantage is not enough. The Devilman's going to jump onto it, but it was
That's a
single
full
rocket.
wipe.
Yeah, that's going to be everything dead. And that just completely didn't work. That Uber, they were like looking for a sentry gun to shoot, and they just couldn't find anything. And they didn't
The
stack
Uber
the
was,
point harder.
yeah, the Uber was going too long without any damage at all. As Xeno was able to use that to their advantage. Pretty good. Now we see Nefarious going in from that choke. They're trying to repush. Lucky got caught by the dodge. Sticky trap. Unlucky. And now we are seeing a possible Xeno coast-to-coast push to mid. It's 5v6 as we see massive jump. Vanna and Tangy was the casualties from both teams. No bloodshed again. Although Pause is on a sliver of health, the medic was able to arrow him. And Spade got headshotted by
God
Sam.
damn. Dude, Spade
What
has like
hell?
the Halloween deep voice thing, and when he gets headshot, it's just like this blood-curdling scream that sounds like a dying badger or something. It's terrifying. But here comes the Uber in. They're just gonna Uber in, see if they can get the medic. They don't want to deal with the sniper, and sniper's definitely caught in. He's not a very fast boy. And they
failed
usually
Uber.
aren't. Yeah, and Sean didn't get caught though. He got out just fine. So that was a good positioning and good job by him to just grab a scout and get the hell out of here. So now it's the opposite situation going on.
Actually, I said that it's 4v4 at the moment. Vanna was killed and
Oh, forced by Ben
What's
though.
that? That's a force. Nice job. That is Uber advantage neutralized. Arnold with the fat 20% add. Now the Nefarious might try to hold on to second. Arnold was getting some damage, but with Aishu killed by Spade, and actually Rocky was killed by Sam. Frags trading all over. It's still anyone's game. Arnold trying to survive, and still trades are getting trade, but in the end of the day, it's Xeno who won second.
Very back and forth fight. It definitely looked like Nefarious had the upper hand there for a while, but then once the respawn waves came in and just backed them up, they did eventually manage to force their way back out. So both medics survived. It's even Ubers still, and you can just see they're trying to build as fast as possible. Sean is building slightly better. He has a scout hurting himself. Ultimately, that's not going to be too significant, I don't think. But we actually do see Arnold. He's pretty far forward. He's pumping some heals into people. Maybe to see if they can get some good jumps in on him. It's very difficult to get a proper jump in here. And now we see a scout just going to plus forward into everyone here. Sam doing his thing again. He wants to play sniper, and he will he will die for it. You know, sometimes when you send in a scout like that, he just gets a bunch of random kills and you get something, I guess. It works better than sending in a soldier sometimes.
And bingo, Sam's on sniper, like you said.
Yeah, it seems pretty obvious. Spade is looking pretty far forward here, but he's having trouble finding some good angles, and we do see Sean just hiding behind the point, the spire there, really well. So he knows exactly what's up. He's buffing up Sam now. So this time around, Sam and Spade, they're both buffed, unlike the last time around when neither of them were buffed. But, you know, let's not forget, Sam won the first duel of the snipers, so, you know, maybe it's Spade's turn, but maybe Sam just has his number. Only time will tell here.
Spade was trying to do a peek there from the upper boiler side. Wasn't successful at first and was forced to back out. It's still a stalemate. Both teams had 8 Kluber with, actually, as I said, that pause. Oh, never mind. Neutralizing the 5v6 into a 5v5. Sam giving vengeance back. And now it's back to a stalemate as Aisho trying to do something. Ben actually sniped, body shotting Sam there. It's a 5v4 and no significant movement of a push has been seen yet, but other than that, it's still holding on to each other points.
They're just moving the sniper around, trying to see if they can get a nice peek with him. Ben, you know, he's trying, I will give him credit, but so far he's just being spammed out really effectively, really efficiently by the team, and so far that's just the end of that story. Sam is back on sniper, so he's looking to get his revenge. Last time around, Sam, he was definitely looking for the hero shot onto the medic, and I do think he actually got in there and actually managed to see him, but I couldn't quite tell whether or not he really got anything. And Ben finds a nice angle onto Banner there. It was actually Sam that opened the door.
Tangy was a failed push, failed rocket jump push, air shotting him. See you later. And again, 5v6. Sorry to interrupt you there, Peter. Go ahead.
Yeah, you actually see Aishu going in very aggressive. Gets down the Demo Man. Does eventually get taken care of there by Ben. Nice shot from him. He's being pressured by the Demo Man very aggressively. And just the big problem right now for Nefarious is that they don't have a Demo Man, which means that people can just get in here, and Asota does just that. And oh my god, that was so close. Arnold with some nice jukes and jives there. Will actually get out of it, but Sam, he gets Ben, so he will get his revenge. So now it's 2-1. I'm just going to keep track. Oh, wow.
Another headshot to Rocky. This could be an interesting... That's another headshot from Sam. But he's getting piped there. As Xeno is using a Ruber. Arnold with the late pop. This could be a good re-push from Nefarious. But Tangy Diesel was getting caught by Aishu. Sam is still in boiler. Trying to take shots. Rocky is so low on health. Eventually taken down by Aishu. All of Xeno are in relatively low health. As I said, that Sam and Aishu got fragged, and this could be a Nefarious push. Xeno have to at least give their respect there.
Eventually things do stabilize. Ubers are still even, so it was just basically an Uber trade and then back to normal. It was a bit iffy there for a short while, but we are back, and we have 0 sniper in play right now, and they do actually manage to get a pick off here. Aishu was trying to make his way in. Def has kind of overextended, and Ben's going to try and go in and save him, but he will just get baited out there. It's kind of the classic thing of injuring someone.
Oh,
and then you can
push. Arnold was forced. Arnold was forced there with Vaibana, but the same can be said with Sean. But a later pop, this could mean everything.
And the back gap as well. This is a single soldier.
Oh my god,
that is a completely red point. Yeah, look at that point.
That's a simple push. It's a simple distraction and push. It could mean the second round for Phobia. As I said, that's Aisha and Sam. We're getting helped by Tangy. Get the 2K. Xenophobia players are just throwing their bodies around, trying to get that last bit of a gap. Eventually, it's going to be 3v6, and Xeno, with that failed attempt of a suicide push, has to back out of second.
They're trying to spam out the point pretty aggressively here. I feel like the last time around this happened, the Demo Man got just punished super heavily. So yeah, Doge needs to be very careful here that he doesn't get jumped and then pushed and choke. Because we did see last time around, we just saw a soldier jump in onto the Hoodoo, just kind of box in the Demo Man. But yeah, it looks like he has full support of his team right now. So that's hopefully not going to happen. Sam runs in pretty deep. He gets hurt, but he gets out alive as well. And, we currently see the medic up on this high ground. That means that if he gets jumped by a soldier, he just shoot the wall. And Sam has gone in again. He wants to play sniper. And he will not be able to get a pick off of it in the first wave here, but it's going to be fine. He's going to come back, but oh my god, Ben.
Rocky with the jump on Sean.
Oh
of
my
course,
god.
The pussy pop. Ben with the headshot on Doge. This could be the round that makes it for Nefarious. What an amazing initiation play. Pause. Eventually helped by a spade. 7 minutes remaining. This could be the neutralizer for the map. 1-1 we could possibly see here, but as of now it's 0-1 to Xeno, with Xeno holding their second fight.
And we have a soldier in launch pad, but Sam, he saw that one coming, and he will take his brains out. So no jumping in today, but just it seems like everyone else has just managed to get forward anyway. But Ben getting taken down there from Sam, that could actually open up things quite a bit. There's 2 players down right now. It is an uber advantage for Arnold, but this is a situation where you can actually get forced. Yeah.
Sean could get the uber advantage, neutralize. 6 minutes remaining. They are Nefarious has to do something at least to tie in the map. They cannot afford to do a stalemate any much longer. As I said, that Ben and Rocky initiate a push. Sam goes down. This could be the round, like I said, but eventually Rocky Ben trying to do their best, getting killed, and now that's an amazing force there by Vanna. That's uber advantage neutralized. Sean, 100% uber. Might get the defense here.
I think they're just waiting for spawners. That scout actually just sneaks onto the point. That was a bit weird. Like, surely, I think his spade has just gotten even further in and just waited for them to push. They could have had a much higher chance of success. But he just pulls the trigger a little bit too early. And now we see the medic taking a bunch of damage here, but so far not popping. Is what you want to do with an Uber. The single soldier trying to go for the back cap. Yeah, there's like 3 players waiting for him, so that's not happening. But that does mean that there's not very many people on the point.
Oh, thank
and
you.
That means
separated, and there we go. Sam and Aisho working together as Nefarious trying to do something. That's Spade trying to do at least hold the push of Xenophobia there. As we see now, Sean popping their Uber as well as Arnold at the same time. But Xenophobia, nice serve from Sean, managed to land safely on the point, but Pause was the only casualty from the Uber trade. And Ben as well, Sean might get killed. There we go. Oh,
Sean
Lord.
going down is going to mean there's no heals, but at the same time, people just collapsing and dying.
Behind.
There's just no way anyone's getting up.
This could be a 2K from Aisho. They need to get Tangy, but he'll escape with a sliver of health onto where Aisho with the amazing tank play, getting on Arnold, and now Xenophobia actually not opting to hold the mid, waiting for the rest of the spawners from Aisho, getting hard scope by Ben. This very good start to a counter push by Nefarious. Rocky fall damage as Tangy Sizzle did, as well as Pause and Zed. Now Nefarious holding second with Xeno with the man advantage pushing in from the book.
And there's about 4 minutes remaining in this map, so if they can get a second round, it's basically over. So they definitely want to do that. They're going to force out everyone from Nefarious, so they're going to have to set up on last. Ubers are not quite even, so it's, they move fast, they can actually get in here, but they need to do it quickly, because otherwise Arnold... Yeah, that's another thing you also have to remember. But here comes the Uber, they're just going to Uber in straight away. Scout on the point, there's no sentry gun, but there is a heavy, and they can hurt quite a bit as well. And Scout actually goes down, so that means that Aishu will not be able to cap it out. And here comes the counter Uber as well. Sean doesn't even manage to get out alive, so this is everything that needs to happen for Nefarious. Now they need to push back out. They have 3 minutes to push all the way back on the map. Oh, where is he?
Oh no!
Oh no, the back cap.
Yes!
Oh, he
That's
wins it.
The zero! That's it. That's huge Xeno's map with amazing back tap from Sam. He was hiding on the barrels on the right side of Blast there. Amazing play. That said, Xeno might be the victor of Process map 1 as we go to the third mid at the moment, Peter.
It could technically still go back, but we'll see what happens. So far, the Versus had the better mids for sure. And they start out really strong as well. We do see Vanna in... Oh, air shots the Demo Man. Doesn't even matter. Oh, well. Yeah, the arrow got... he got like double air shotted. One by his own medic, and one from the enemy team. But it was actually a mid here for Cena, so they are just full on in domination beast mode. You know, they just want to beat them down and tell you, no, you can't do anything. You're bad, and we want to make you feel bad, and you're never going to win. Boo-hoo. Just gotta ride that momentum into the next map. But yeah, now it's definitely not possible any longer.
Garbage time? Definitely garbage time. As we see now, Nefarious trying to do something. That's Rocky trying to come out, surviving with Arnold popping the Uber. Aisha was the only casualty, only kill there, and Tron with the safe Uber. Vanna actually, oh my god, that's a air shot from Sam. Peter, this might be the one from Nefarious, but Nefarious, as it stands, need to get around at least to mitigate their map losses.
It would make you feel good, wouldn't it? Just to kind of be a bit of a way to get back in it, but so far it's going to be an upwards battle. But yeah, they're definitely going forward. We do get some people picked off by the sniper there before they can rush him down. It's going to be an even Uber situation, and they don't quite have enough players to just start running in there. The defensive spawners will just be too quick for them, so they need to just wait. They have 44 seconds to get in here. They're actually sort of behind. They didn't spot it properly. Arnold will dodge that. That's a good pick, actually. So just baiting some things out.
3 seconds remaining. Rocky is on the left side, but Uber has been from both sides. This might be 2-0 after all. It could be 2-1. Nobody knows. But 20 seconds, 19. The frags are heavily on Xeno's side, and that's it. 2-0. Xenophobia winning Process from a very hard-fought match from both teams.
Indeed. Arnold cannot even get an Uber-style kill. What a noob. But yeah, it was a very close map. There was several boss opportunities there from Nefarious to actually make it an even game. They had several chances and they blew them all, and there was like some really good opportunities in there as well. So I'm kind of curious. I want to see the logs, see what happened, see if we can get any answers to maybe get a better idea of who needs to step up and who did really well. Man, there's a lot of spades around, isn't there? There we go. I found it. And oh my god,
right.
Doge. Only died 5 times. That's so little.
You usually hear 5 deaths from medics. You don't usually hear 5 deaths from Doge. From a demo main even.
Yeah, that's true. That's very low, and Sam did have a very good game as well. 25 of 14. Aishu as well. Aishu was actually really impressive to me. I noticed he had like 140 ping. Do you know where he's from?
He's Singaporean. He's playing for the best team in Asia, Xiao. They are currently on the grand finals of the Division 1 AFC 14.
Alright, okay, that makes
correctly.
sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, just kind of impressive how he can just have 140 ping and just still be an absolute fragger. That's some talent right there. I don't know how people do that. I can't even do it in a normal ping. But yeah, 25 ping for both of the Red Scouts there.
Kills.
On Xenophobic. It's definitely a huge factor there in that win. And then Ben and Spade both had the lowest damage, and then Spade went 12 for 16. So he had a pretty rough game, whereas Ben had a fine game. He went 24 for 15.
All right. So if you were to give one MVP from the particular map, I would say Aisho and Sam, but Sam in particular, the way he denies every single push that he could get his hands on, it's basically a very noticeable advantage from xenophobia alone.
Yeah, I actually preferred Aishu's play on that map. He did a lot of really good work, and he just played very smart. He didn't quite have the same damage output, but yeah, I really liked Aishu's game on that one. So, oh well, I guess we'll just have to see in the next map who comes out on top of that to maybe decide that. But we are going into Badlands. This is the old school map that's been revamped. Yes.
Essentially the OG map. You know your way around Badlands one way or another, even though you're kind of shit.
Yeah, it's one of those maps that everyone's played, and you know there is a few changes on it. There's like some windows that are slightly bigger, and the spire has some better clipping. Thank God. Like spire clipping is the worst thing on this map. I hate it so much. The trains are no longer like, or I think they're splash proof basically. So you don't get splash bugs as much. On the original Badlands, there was also like a random hole in the middle that you could shoot through on one of the sides. So sometimes when there's like a scout running straight towards you as a soldier and you just like panic shoot the ground, you just went through the ground underneath the point and it did nothing. And then the scout just laughed at you and killed you. Good times. So yeah, there's like a lot of minor things like that. And then the big major change is that the last point, at some point in the Valve version of the map on Badlands, was actually, it had its cap time change. So that was half as fast. It was a lot slower. It used to be super, super fast, but they changed that to be slower. And then at some point, we all decided, hey, that makes the map really boring. It's very difficult to push out, and it's very difficult to cap the point. So we just end up spending the entire map on last. So let's just revert that into a really fast cap. And now it's still super difficult to push out, but it's quite difficult to actually cap it. So you can actually do a lot of things, and I do prefer it this way. It's much more entertaining to both play and watch, in my opinion. But it is kind of silly, just how fast you can just cap it out if you just have any kind of strategy and you just play the point very aggressively. But yeah, we're going live.
Yeah. I'm
just a reminder that's...
Actually,
yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, xenophobia. They just need to win one more and they are in the final. If not, we're going to a third map here. So nefarious, they have everything to play for. And usually every single Australian game I cast tend to be a really good one for some reason. It's just good mojo, but here could come really aggressive jumping here from both the soldiers on xenophobia. They actually get a lot of ground here on the middle and everyone just melts. Ben's going to be the only one alive. He's hiding in this house. Hello, buddy. And
Complete
he's dead.
Wipe. There we go. A very clinical push, actually, from xenophobia. Very much singling out each of Nefarious's members. Now we see on Spire, on Battlements, Nefarious with the classic Badlands halt there. 7-man on the lower side. By Spade with the Pyro of Rocky. Pyro is actually pretty OP on this last pushes if you can utilize it properly.
You can definitely stuff an Uber really heavily in choke. I think Gully was the only map where Pyro is better, but Pyro actually gets... Yeah, they just get bumped down, but they haven't actually spotted the sentry gun. Okay, now they have, and is not really in a position to be really repaired, but that doesn't matter as everyone is just getting picked off here. Sean goes down very early on, so no more heals in play, but this is not over until everyone is dead, because at some point someone can just jump the point. And here we go, we have a single scout on. Look at that. That's so much cap time. A single soldier still alive though. Vanna, can he do it? No, he's actually really far away. Oh, wait. He's out. He's coming back in though. Soldier's waiting for him, and wow, that's some game sense right there. Like, just block him out. But man, that was so cool. That was just literally a scout. like just running in there
That's
while
two
people were
times.
looking at him.
That's 2 times of a cap. That was fast. Imagine if at least one times you can finish it off. But as of now, Xeno are holding in on Spire and Nefarious trying to do something as we see a sneaky Frenchman from Spade trying to get a backstep or two into the medic, or maybe two.
He actually managed to take some fall damage, which does make you flash and shimmer a little bit as Spy. So luckily for him, nobody spotted him because that would have been really embarrassing. And I am just pointing out to be a dick. But Sean has actually climbed Spire, so that means that Spade has quite a long way up there.
Incense.
And he didn't have to pay. Oh
Wait,
my
what?
god, he just pistols
what?
down the scout. Alright, just DM class Spy. Alright then.
And he decided to change to his class further. I show with the comments thing.
So now the... yeah, that was what happened. Like, I didn't see him have any problems hitting before, but oh well. So actually, he's going to go on Sniper. He's going to do the power thing, just to headshot people through walls, even though they thought they dove behind it. That's going to be fun. And Ben's going to be sniping here as
Arnold
well.
got pipe. And we see
Actually,
now
just trying to get an angle here, and actually he headshots the Ben there, and on my screen at least he was way behind the wall. So that's some sniper
There's the
for you. There we go.
hard
Gets him again.
Good. Sean there took a bit of damage from Tangy Zero. Vanna trying to do something, but eventually taken down there by Rocky. And we see now Xenophobia and Nefarious still holding in to their ground. No push as of yet. Stalemate as it is. Tangy Zero trying to input some damage again, but failed.
I can't help but notice that there's no sentry gun right now. There's oh wow, there's actually some really good demo spam. There's a ton of stuff, and Ben goes down as well. Ice's in so deep. He's just getting so many free shots, just surfing around. And here comes the push in. The Uber exchange is in effect, but Arnold actually has just milked his Uber really well. Eventually, it's gonna pop. Okay, there we go. But it's got a point, and that's it's
They were
so
so
dangerous.
focused on the. They were so focused on the Uber push. They didn't notice the scout going to the right side and go for the back cap. 2 times cap. Damn you. My goodness.
It is so dangerous. And that was a really good hold there. Arnold had the perfect milk going on. But oh well, Doge gonna have a pretty good start here to this middle. He gets jumped, and now he's kind of in the face of the enemy. I don't think this is where he planned on ending up, and he will eventually get taken down. But Arnold has gone down as well, has Spade, and now it's just looked like, they have all this space on middle, so much room on everyone, and it's just gonna be Rocky. Thinking he can hide, but he's been spotted as well, so there's no way he's getting out.
And there we go.
Yeah, he didn't get air shot, but he did die, so not a good sign. And he was looking for Sean, and he's got a full Uber advantage. I think he just wants to climb Spire. It's actually not
Is
building
getting
very
a
well.
bit more aggressive here. Waiting on lobby again as the rest of the team just entered from Greybridge. As we see now a possible push question mark. But I hear a heavy now with a pyro. Rocky, will he stop the push once again? And he actually do. Bam! Was going by Rocky there. Spade by Vanna, and that's a failed push. Classic Badlands.
Absolutely, and there was just a heavy pretending to be a stand-in sentry gun there with the slow spinny gun. The slow one. Oh well. Back to see.
Rocky actually getting aggressive.
Yeah, it's a bit risky for that soldier to just be spamming down the pyro. That's always a
Rip
pretty
Ben.
bunch. Yeah. Poor him. He gone down. Yeah, we're just gonna reset here. Sam is going sniper, but it's gonna be a while before he can be in a good position to do anything. So now it's just everyone's been pushed out. They don't want Arnold to pop on them and catch Sean. So yeah, they're just gonna actually get some scout on this fire.
Rip pause. He was getting denied by Spade, trying to attack there. Sam getting the headshot on someone. Rocky, see you later. I should getting the credit there as nefarious members are getting killed. This kid,
And Aisha
man,
actually got
hurry.
the force out, and he's still alive. There we go, finally. But he got the force out. He killed the demo man. He got the force out. Then he dodged the entire Uber. So he just did so much work there. And now the counter push is going to come in here. They want this Spire, and I don't see any way that this can be contested. Like the demo man went down early on, as I mentioned.
Angelo might have something to say about that, but eventually it was only a peak, and he'll be retreating back to the battlefield unless Vanna can say something about it. There we go, build,
Yeah.
and they haven't.
I think what he had to say about it was, I was right, as he shouldn't even have bothered to go out there. We do see a soldier coming in here, see if we can get the medic, but he will not be able to find him. Everyone's climbed spires, just a party up there on the land.
Spade is in
on the helicopter pad.
There.
They actually have an Uber advantage. They can get in here.
Spade is behind.
Yeah, he
Oh
got
my
it. He
lord.
got through the force.
Oh, I should
And then
know.
Isaac gets dropped as well. So this Uber is just a disaster. There's even a pyro. Rocky trying to get some stuff done. Now it's a demo on demo. Fight! Oh my god! Def. I think he just like randomly piped himself. Like he was on the ground,
Vanna
he
is
just
on
walked into
spy.
it, and then he got rocketed as well. Luckily, Sam can follow up a little bit here. So
Away.
the pressure continues. And
Away.
spy on point.
Away.
Spy on point, and it's sticky.
Good work. The distraction, good work. That's 3K. Dino, there you go. 2-0. Sorry for the language here, but Vanna with the incredible spy distraction nearing 3/4 of the cap there. My goodness me.
That spy play was really nice. Just forcing people down there. Like, as soon as you see the cap point just going, you just gotta panic and get down there. And it worked out really well. See a really big jump in here from Paul. So he's behind line. Soda comes in from the front.
no.
They will double team the medic. This gets completely demolished. And everyone else has just been pushed back. As long as Sean survives. Yeah, that was a perfect mid, man. Absolutely beautiful play there from
Very
Xeno. They are just rolling.
dominating.
Yeah.
Very much different from Process. Xenophobia is dominating every mid so far. This is the third mid, by the way. 20 minutes remaining, and they are now capping Spire. Wow. I don't think Nefarious can try to defend, but with the Uber advantage, Xenophobia can try to potentially bully them out of their.
Yeah, they definitely bullied them into spawn, so now they want to get a scout on, but there's a demo man inside the pipe. And that can be very difficult to deal with, and so far they have definitely not been able to do that, but they can focus on everyone else, but they have not really been able to do that
The
either.
soldier is getting their distraction. Vanna actually getting banned while Spade telling pause. That's a good trade, but Khan now is in Grey Bridge waiting for Vanna to pick him up, go back to choke essentially, while Doge is still holding lobby for some reason.
The Doge is still so far forward compared to everyone else. Like, it almost looks like he wants to go for the back cap, but no, okay, finally he has moved back here, so the push comes out onto the Spire. You actually see a scout in Resub, so they are threatening with the back cap. This is extremely scary. They have two
Sam
scouts
is pushing
behind.
in. But
Yeah, Soda versus Scout
no,
on
no,
last.
just the respawners. There we go. Even if Sam were to survive, there will be respawners. I show trying to follow up the play there. That actually getting helped by I show. This might be the one. Actually, never mind. The two members of Xeno are actually make that 3.
So far in the fair, they've been really good at just denying these back caps coming in. We see Doge. He's getting flanked here by Rocky. I think he suspected, but oh, hello, Soda. You're very close to me.
Doge, how are
And
you
the
alive?
Uber, what? This is a very strange Uber. If they can get Arnold, they might be in business here. They could cut him off if they realize where he is. I don't think they did. No, and Deft is sticking it off inside there. So that was a pretty strange Uber, I think, coming out.
They were trying to save Doge. Doge was very much low on health. Essentially 5 HP less. So Sean was popping their Uber to save Doge. As I said, that Bangy killed There goes as Bio is being capped, but last push is being initiated. Trades from both sides, and there's Xeno holding on to Spyro with 3 members remaining, as well as Nefarious' 3.
I think Vanna just played the point. Only problem was Spire hadn't been capped yet. It doesn't work
Watch
very
pause.
well. Oh my god,
Watch
this guy just
pause.
got arrowed. Dude, Ben got arrowed.
Watch paused. Oh, that was so close. Air shotted by Tangy. He was getting close to a backup, but either way, Xeno are bullied back to mid and might be thinking of a repush, but for another time.
Sam's gonna run into Rocky and manage to get his second shot off before Rocky could get his second rocket off. This is the worst kind of 1v1 to lose his sword. It just feels so terrible because there's nothing.
Oh,
you
look
could
at
have done.
Tangy's health. He was so close to die from Sam's skyrocket gun there. As Xenophobia, just a little bit of a peek there. That's
Sword bomb
Vanna
in,
was
gets a
pushing,
nice
but
rocket.
immediately,
Oh,
oh
he
my
gets the
god! The drop!
What a
Vanna with the
dying-
direct.
Yeah,
Oh,
dying rocket,
baby.
man.
That's the bug. Sean, full liber advantage. Could do this. This could be their third round easily with that amazing last resort play. I show got hot by the stray sticky trap from Deft there.
It's actually a really big deal because now there's only a single scout to cap this out. So if they can somehow manage to pick off Sam, Spire could be really difficult for them to cap. But it looks like they're not really in a position to do anything about it. They're just a bit too far back, and I don't blame them for being that. They are at a huge uber disadvantage. So usually we've seen the medic climb the Spire. That's going to happen once again. Sean really likes to go up this way, and just slowly we see them just clearing out stickies. And they're getting ready to just move in here from the top left. And here we go. Scout's going to take the Uber in with the Demo Man. The Pyro's in really far forward here, but he gets pushed down from the low ground again. But now he's not dying still. There we go, finally. We'll get Pistol down. They got the top left side here pretty well, but they got no time in the point. And they didn't get too many kills, but it looks like the kills are coming in now.
Oh,
and now it's Scout
here
on
we
the
go,
point. There we
third
go.
round. Whoa,
3-0.
my goodness.
That's rough. And especially the way it came off of the
Process
medic
map.
drop there.
Oh, this could be a total domination for Xeno. Could be a 4-0, could be a 3-1. Who knows? This will be the fourth mid out of Xenophobia, Phobia, and Nefarious. If you're just joining us, this is the Sprem semifinal, so this could mean everything. This is mean everything for both teams. As I said that, Xeno failing on the push, losing 2-man, and actually, as I said that, rebound, killing Nefarious' members, and never mind, that's a win. That's a mid win for Xeno.
They've won every single mid so far, and I don't know. I can't remember the last time Sean died. He just always stays alive and just pumps out so many heals. Like looking at points is not exactly the best thing you can do in TF2. It doesn't really mean anything, but you can definitely glean some interesting stuff from it. And currently Sean has 52 points and Arnold has 33, and that usually just means that Sean has been alive for a lot longer and just gotten a lot more heals out, and then maybe also captured a few more points. But it's pretty telling, I think, and he's going to be on Spire again, getting ready to go in here. It worked out the last time around. It wasn't a pretty push, but it worked out in the end.
Oh, Sam was trying to do a 1v1 versus hold you there. Deft was able to kill him off. As we see now, Nefarious with the aggressive lobby hold, as are stuck in the Battlements area. Now they're just pouring in lobby with Nefarious opting for that defensive flash with the sentry gun and the pyro. Ooh, that's Uber might initialize. Sentry gun and Ben has gone down. Vanna killed by Deft. We haven't seen anything.
Dear
now.
Lord, Deft is just destroying everything.
Oh,
Just
no.
plus forwarding, doing so much damage. Eventually he does get taken down, but I'm pretty sure he just did 500 damage in 2 seconds. That was nuts.
Now, as we see now, Oz was trying to do something. Rocky with the 2K. Sean, this might be our first, not actually the first death, but the first death in a
Oh,
while
poor
for
Vanna
Sean.
gets double
No,
air shot by Rocky. Easiest air shots of his life.
ouch. Aisha was trying to
This,
back up there. You know, Bill. Nefarious might use this momentum to gain few more points essentially. Mid and Spire.
and
Wow.
Rocky even onto the demo man. Okay, he's actually just gonna get out of there. I think Doge is feeling pretty lucky right about now. If the Soda just went for the trade, that he would have definitely got it, but he didn't realize just how weak he was. So I guess we can confirm that he's not map hacking there. That's something. Didn't really learn anything new, but oh well. I actually see a Valley push coming in here. They're on the bridge, and they're trying to cut off this medic, and they do get it.
Pinnacle. Wow.
Yeah. Really well done there. And if they want to turn things around, this is a good way to do it. This is a good way to start.
We could be seeing a 3-1. The combo is on the right side. Very unorthodox place to push. Usually you see Xeno pushing from the middle side. And there we go. 3-1. Nefarious with the amazing coast-to-coast push after their losing mid. Wow.
And they do it off the back of a really bold push where they just took the alternate route basically into the other choke at resupply. They just caught out the medic and then just rode that off into a nice last push here. But these middles so far have definitely been in favor of xeno. And so far it definitely looks like it's going to be the same. We just have a sword in this really nice position. Actually, his medic gets jumped. Tangy says will take down Sean. Really huge pick here. And we do see Arnold having retreated here onto Stone Bits with 2 scouts. This is if you want anything to survive a middle, it's 2 scouts and a medic. But what were those rocket from Van? It just takes down Ben. Unbelievable. You know what? That is...
All right, so from that there, heal advantage absolutely on Arnold is at 86%. One of the scouts were trying to cast fire before the soldier intercepts him, and now it's just a matter of time between the Uber push from Nefarious and the stalemate. But Sam was fragged there. As I said, that Uber push was from Nefarious, who was going through the stratosphere.
Sean managed to get out there. Not going to get caught overextending for sure. Ben looks like he wants to go in here. He does manage to just get the sticky
There was a
traps out.
That's fighting Tangy on the flank there.
A really powerful push in here. Just manages to get Xeno all the way back, and this looks like the beginning of a comeback. You know, they had an uber disadvantage, but it doesn't matter if you have an uber disadvantage if you just push before Ubers come into play. Yeah.
This could be a 3-2 from Nefarious if they are playing it right. They are holding Spire, not opting for a battlement's movement. And as I said that, now they are finally moving to lobby. And 9 minutes remaining. This is very much capable, but Sam is on that sniper class, trying to get any headshots on any gamers. And they are holding that right side of lobby. See you later, Rocky.
There's even a soldier behind. Yeah, Vanna is behind right now, and he is actually coming in and doing a ton of work, so he's behind right now. And the Demo Man actually managed to get another pick off. This is a very uncomfortable situation. Looks like Vanna has kind of missed the boat. He also is not map hacking, because he could have really caught out the medic there. And he's going to just fight a soldier instead and take him down. Tangy Sizzle will die. So do you see a scout going to last, and he will actually get the force out there.
Oh, this could be a very interesting situation for Nefarious. They could re-push here. That's basically 0% advantage if they can get their momentum going. But as it stands, Nefarious is going to peek out, maybe push from middle, no, going up the lobby, opting for that regular kind of push.
Full Uber advantage in the tank. I think they're just buffing everyone up, getting ready to go in here. I suspect it's just going to be a Demo Man and a Scout. That's the big standard. Here we go. They come in. The Syndicate is really far back.
Oh my god, no one's watching the Scout!
The point! Wow. Again, it was just all a big distraction for a single Scout. Just ran in basically through main and just caught it out. He's capped it out
Yeah.
really quickly.
No. Yeah. Peter, the thing is, Oz was getting knocked back as one of the scouts were getting the back cut. Oz managed to miss him by a millisecond there. So big unlucky. Now we are on our 6th minute. 3-2. Comeback 3 might be alive for nefarious. As we see now, the trades has been gone down. 3K to nefarious, 1 case, a 3K to Xenos.
Oh, nice
Never mind.
there from Doge. Saves his medic. Rocky. See you later, buddy. Oh no, Arnold's getting chased.
Oz.
Oh
There
my
we
god.
go.
Jumping on top of that barrel, that was pretty legit. That was some Matrix shit. But not enough, and losing your medic that late is just the worst thing you can do in the entire game.
That's that sentence basically. If you want to hold last, perfect.
They might not even have buffs. Like Arnold's just gonna spawn so late. Gonna be extremely difficult. Okay, they will have buffs, but it's only gonna be barely. Center gun is level 2. There is a pyro, of course, but they just have all the time in the world to get in here and get it done. And just time this push right.
There we go. This could be a 4-2. Xenophobia very much aggressive. That's 3K already. Nefarious getting the kill on the point. Never mind. Will it be? Arnold was face to face against the soldier. It's still there, and there we go. 4-2. Of a very much dominating last push from Xenophobia. It will be 4-2. Xenophobia is in game 7 match. On their way to the grand finals, Nefarious must do a miracle play to come back, at least tie into a golden cap.
Yeah, there's still 6 minutes remaining, so that's plenty of time to get some rounds here, especially on Badlands. And currently, the positioning is really nice for Nefarious. They have position on the enemy train, and they're just kind of raining down rockets, and now they're going to jump some people into the valley, and the space going to jump down there as well. Might be better off just taking the high ground. Sean does go down.
Jumping in. Oh my god, Aisha with the 3K, killing the medic and the rest of the combo. Another dominating push from Xenophobia. This could be the end for Nefarious's grand finals dream.
That was looking so good for Nefarious. It was just everyone from Xenophobia was in the valley, and then they just got jumped one by one by Nefarious players. If they had just held on to the high ground, I really think they would have just won that middle. Even if it meant that they would just get repushed eventually. They definitely would have capped it out and had a better play at it. But as it was, it just kind of dove down there into the crab strat, and it didn't work out for them. The Sam might just get taken down. Yeah, that's really nice. Losing a scout is always a really annoying thing when you're trying to push Spire. Now they're going to have to get someone else up there because this scout is not capping. Ben is down. There we go.
Oh, Tangy is behind. Tangy caught pause there on the flank. Tangy is on the forward front. He might get 1 or 2 sneaky picks, but he instead opted to regroup with the rest of his team, going to drop down. This might be a possible lobby push. Push! Oh, got caught on by Tangy. Uber is there for Sean if he wants to use it. Arnold is at 85%. Uber might be neutralized. Vanna needs heal. He needs the heal if he wants to survive, and the rest of the Xenophobia are stuck on battlements with Vanna actually trying to hunt down Tangy. This might be a 5v6. Never mind, it's a 5v5.
Yeah, that ended up just being a trade. We do see Sam on sniper, so he's just getting ready to move into big door, or not in big door, what I'm talking about, into main. But the scout's just going to move into him instead. He will find an entire enemy team. So that was a pick that they were looking for. So now Sam's going to have a lot more space. He's going to go straight into the toxic barrels, see if he can scope up and get the medic. We will see. Like Arnold definitely knows what's up here. And we actually see Vanna on spy as well. I think they're going to do the same thing that they did before, where they just uncloak a spy on the point, and then their demo man just cleans everyone up.
It's going to be a little bit less of the damage from before, as we see
well,
now.
At the same time, right? If he's sniping in main,
oh, never mind.
Then
Uber has been popped. Sorry to interrupt you there. Uber has been popped, and the Nefarious combo was stuck. Sam taking the headshot to Spade, but Rocky killed him anyway, so it's
but Vanna comes in, takes down the medic.
This could mean the entire world for Xenophobia, but Dodge is the only last remaining member of Xenophobia. He will run back to mid, holding it down, waiting for his rest
He
of
did not
his
just run back.
Xenophobia.
He pogoed back. That looked real fancy. He made that look easy.
Hey.
Yeah. Those little mid-air stickies are so nice to look at. But anyway, it's a wasted opportunity there for xeno, so it's still technically possible. There's 2.5 minutes remaining. So, nefarious, they need to get their go on. They just need to go. You can't wait for Ubers.
Immediately.
Yes, absolutely. Just get your little speedy
they
Gonzalez
have to
boots
rush
on.
it.
Go.
They have to take the chance. Kinzilo, because Sam Aishu, this could be a good start. Okay, 3k from Nefarious to Xenos 1k. There's still a soldier. Never mind, Rocky killed him. This might be the start of a miracle play from Nefarious. They have to push immediately. They have to push aggressively if they want to even at least tie for the golden cap.
Yeah, they've done a good job of just forcing people back, but yeah, the spawners are going to be really problematic there. They will get Spire, almost certainly, but getting last is going to be difficult because Sean has this full Uber, and you know they're just going to sit there and do nothing because the status quo just benefits them so greatly. So now it's going to be a non-Uber versus a full Uber push in here to last. They have to push. Spades on Spire like this. You know, you can definitely get some magic stuff to happen if you just look at people and try to stab them in the face. Maybe they will not even see it coming.
20 minutes remaining. If it goes down to less than 1 minute, that's game for Xenophobia Phobia. And as I said, that might be it. So garbage time. Sorry to rain on your parade there, Xenophobia. Whether or not Nefarious will
Oh my god, look
this
how capped
thing.
that is. That's actually insane.
Yeah, whether or not Nefarious will cap this, Xenophobia Phobia will be your second grand finalist for the ozfortress Season 23 Premiership. Good luck in grand finals.
Yeah, they will be going up against Jasmine T. Third place is going to go to Nefarious. They definitely put up a fight here on last, and both of these maps were pretty close, I'd say. But Xeno, they were definitely looking like the better team in the end. I kind of want to see what the mid stats were. I felt like they won every mid, but that's probably not quite right.
They have to win every mid except the 1 or 2 times that Nefarious was able to initiate the Stuco's push.
I actually just looked at the logs, and it is a 100% win rate. Yeah, they won every single mid fight. That helps. That's for damn sure.
That helps for sure.
Yeah, that's nuts. Come on, Arnold. You can kill them all. Oh, he just left the server. Alright, smart man. Before he gets slaughtered. But yeah, game's over. Big congratulations to Xeno. They played really well tonight. And they will move on into the final. I'm not sure when that's going to be played, but it's definitely going to be on this channel that you can catch that. So, you know, just tune into your regular scheduled normal Aussie casters, and they will probably be able to inform you when this is happening.
All right, we have logs now. I think I'm riding the Aishu train. 29 kills to 16 deaths, but the damage dealer is Doge with the 9k damage. My goodness. I say my goodness a lot, but that's the only word I can say with this map. It was amazing plays all over.
And interesting that Sam is number 2 in damage as a scout. That's usually a good sign. Like, scouts don't tend to top damage, right? And he didn't on this map either, but he had really high damage, so
oh my
definitely
God,
a very strong map. And then Aishu was just cleaning up as well.
Douche has 8 deaths, Sean 6.
Yeah, they were just staying alive. Sean was definitely not dying very much. It was very noticeable that he was dying less. And also, if you just look at like team damage and kills, it's very one-sided. So this was definitely a pretty dominant map from Xeno. There was almost a comeback going there. It almost made you nervous, at least if you were in the shoes of Xeno, because like, damn, you just lost 2 rounds in very quick succession. But at the end of the day, they managed to hold on, and they got out of there alive with the 2 points, and now they're in the final. So big congrats to them.
Exactly. Big congrats to them. They're going to face the big dogs of Asia, the big dogs of from Australia. Jasmine T will be facing Xenophobia Phobia for that prestigious premiership title whenever when is that play. And I think we have Sean from Xenophobia Phobia in our Mumble channel. How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good after that. Can't complain.
Yeah, so I want to know, like, how did that play out to you? The first map looked pretty close, and then the second map seemed like you guys were really on top of them. Is that what it felt like?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like we were the better team the whole time. Like, and I think like we did 10 and 11k more damage, but I think the fact that we don't scrim and they do meant that like some of our pushes weren't going the way we wanted them to. Like, we're not like a particularly well-oiled machine at this point, like we were last season. So, we felt like it would pan out just by the weight of having better players. I think, like, I guess that's what the damage speaks to, but. I mean, yeah, it felt tense at points because like it was obviously a lot closer than we wanted it to be.
Of course, you were in Badlands. You were basically dominating the entire map, even though the score lines is 4-2. But on process, that was a bit closer than what we would think. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was like definitely a bit tense. Like, we've played Jasmine 2 weeks in a row and been rolled, so I think like, and we don't scrim, so I think like our confidence was probably a little bit down, even though we knew we should be winning. So it was just kind of like waiting to get the map win to kind of regain our confidence, which I think we saw on Badlands.
Right. So you're going to face Jasmine T again. Well, whenever the grand final is played, are you going to prepare? Are you going to uh, keep your cool, or how do you feel at least at the moment?
Definitely better than I have the last couple of weeks, and probably like I can't be sure, but I feel like this is the first time that we've had core for a full game for a while, because I sure didn't understand time zones for a little bit. Um, but I think in terms of preparation, I think it'll more be about on the day, because we always have issues where like someone's tired and it kind of like makes an excuse, and like everyone's not really like up for the game, or at least the last 2 games against Jasmine. So I mean, we'll definitely just be trying to like produce the best that we can on the day. So at least if we get rolled, it's like we did the best that we could, and try and make it a close game at least. But having said that, I think we're all quietly confident that we can be a lot better than we have previously against Jasmine.
All right. With that being said, Peter, do you want? Are you going to have anything more to talk? Maybe shoutouts?
Yeah, I can't really think of any more questions. It's a lot easier to ask questions when you know everyone. I'm a bit too clueless, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely a big congratulations on making the finals. Other than that, I'll just shout out V2 for just organizing everything, being the Dawn, setting things up, and then of course to Thermite for doing production. But other than that, I think we should just wrap it up.
All right. Shoutouts from me. Shout out to Thermite Production. Shout out to TF Live for organizing this cast. Shout out to Xeno and Nefarious for an amazing cast. And shout out to the Asia Fortress members out there. If you don't know, Asia Fortress is having their LAN essentially in about 4 years. The last time was 2014. So in 1 month's time, finally we're going to see an Asian LAN. So tune in to whatever channel we are going to decide December 15 and 16 in Singapore. So see you there. And Sean, any shout outs?
Yeah, I just want to shout out the other team for moving the date so that Sam could play. We really actually appreciate that. And shout out to the Xeno Discord and TF Live and the casters.
All right. With that being said, this has been Xenophobia Phobia and Nefarious Premiership ozfortress Season 23 semifinals. Xenophobia wins 2-0 with Process and Badlands. From me, from Beater, and representing the production Thermite, we'll see you whenever the cast is set up. See you later.